Hi there, it's Ingrid Owens here from CameraShy and Beginners Photography blog, and welcome to my first live Google Hangout on air. This is going to be hopefully a regular feature called CameraShy Q&A Tuesday, and we're going to try and do it every Tuesday morning around through 11:30 a.m. here in Eastern Standard Time. I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia, and in case you don't know me, I blog on Beginners Photography blog, and I am the coordinator of the Take 52 Challenge online, and I also teach here in Atlanta and online at camerashycourses.com as well. So this little hangout is an experiment that I'm going to do because I get asked constantly different questions from my students and people online and people on the blog and all sorts of things. And a lot of times people are asking the same questions. So this is my attempt to be able to answer your questions as easily and as efficiently as I can, and hopefully help more than just one person in the process of doing that. So today's question is one that I have received from a blog reader in an email, and that is from Jackie. And Jackie is somebody who's reviving her interest in photography and has been doing photography for a long time, but it has been film. And although she would like to continue with film, as we all know, film is very expensive and hard to get processed and all of that sort of stuff now. So what she wants to do is make the switch over to digital, but she's not in a place to buy a digital SLR right now. So Jackie has a compact digital camera, and she's asking me, do I think if it would be suitable for her to really practice her photography skills on? Now, my thing is that photography is about 80% practice and the 20% maybe technical. But if you're out there shooting constantly and consistently and practicing the types of shots that you want to take, you can do that on any camera. And as everybody knows, even with a iPhone or any other smartphone, you can now take some really, really good images with that. So practice is a very big part of photography. And as I had mentioned earlier, I run a weekly photo challenge called the Take 52 Challenge online. It's predominantly on Facebook now, and that's where the group kind of interacts. And anybody who's in that challenge will tell you that the action of going out and shooting consistently on a weekly basis is one of the best ways that you can learn photography. Sorry. Is one of the best ways that you can learn photography. So if you are interested in taking your photography and taking it to the next level, I can suggest that joining the Take 52 Challenge or something like that is very beneficial to you. So practice makes perfect. However, Jackie is trying to get a particular technical or a particular look with her images, and that is having a shallow depth of field. Now, a shallow depth of field is something where the background and the foreground blurs out slightly and you've got a nice sharp focus on your subject, and that really has all got to do with the aperture. Now, if you are shooting with a very wide open aperture, that will render a shallow depth of field, and it gives that nice blurry background, which most people are after. And it is tricky to do that with a compact camera. Most compact camera lenses only open up to about 3.5 and maybe even less than that. And even the lens that you get in your digital SLR, the standard kit lens, that 18 to 55mm lens, only opens up to between 3.5 and 5.6. And on the grand aperture scale of things, that's not terribly wide. So therefore, that doesn't render a very shallow depth of field. And that's why you'll see me refer to all the time my nifty 50 lens, which is this little 50mm lens that you can pop on your DSLR, and it actually opens up to 1.8. But it is only $100, which is a very cheap price for a little lens that can give a very nice look. So in answer to your question, Jackie, you really cannot achieve a very good shallow depth of field with that particular camera that you're talking about. I believe it's one of the Lumix ones, a Panasonic. And that is by virtue of the fact that the lens really just doesn't open up very wide. Now, there are certain workarounds that you can do, like zooming in, but if you're using low light and stuff, you're going to have issues with that all the time. And really, to achieve a nice blurry background, a shallow depth of field, you need to be shooting with a digital SLR, and you need to be using a wide open aperture lens, such as the Nifty 50. Anyway, in the meantime, while you save for your camera, I do suggest get out and practice as much as you can and get a feel for the different settings on your little camera and see how that helps you out. But you can pick up some, you know, a 30 or a digital SLR now for around $2.99, $3.99. You know, Black Friday. Yeah, Black Friday is coming up soon after Thanksgiving, so I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of deals on that too. So you can start pretty cheap now. They're cheaper than they've ever been. So I hope that answers your question. If you have a question like Jackie had, I would love to hear it and I'd love to help you. So feel free to go ahead and shoot me an email to ingrid@camerashy.info, or leave a comment under this video, or find me on Facebook, or you can tweet me at Ingrid_Owens, and that will find me on Twitter. So I'm all over the place, and I hope that we can connect online and I can help you out with any of your photography questions. So until next Tuesday, I will see you online.